Not to mention, who knows what the hell's going to happen with this new president that's coming in.
Right, right. That's a
every
whole nother. That's a whole
every
nother ball game, right?
everything is up for question right now. Like, I don't even know.
I just feel like inflation and prices of everything is just going to go up with the whole tariff.
Seems
It's
like
just
it.
not gonna. It's.
I don't see any relief coming anytime soon.
He has people on his side, not just people opposing, but people on his side that are telling him this is not a good idea, and he's seems pretty
We'll see.
determined.
We'll see. I can't get mad about it anymore. I can't waste
Yeah,
the energy about it anymore.
at this point, it's just like I gotta look out for me and mine, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna adjust, live and adjust as we always do.
Now, once it comes knocking at my door and has an effect on how I can take care of me and mine, and that's going to be an issue.
That's a problem.
The
Yep.
talks about veteran benefits being cut, like that's, I don't know. To me, that's scary because, and don't get me wrong, I know people have talked about cuts before to services, Social Security. Like nobody wants to see that happen.
Yeah,
Medicare, nobody wants to see that happen. But like the demographics that's geared towards is more towards the older generation.
for sure.
Veteran benefits, like that affects different generations across the board.
Yep.
And
100%.
there's a lot of veterans that have signed over their rights and given their life to this country to serve.
That's what I was gonna say. If there's anybody that you don't pull from, it's veterans.
That should be the one. That should be the one class, and not the only one class. But
I mean, you shouldn't be pulling away from, especially like things like Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare. You shouldn't be pulling that away anyways because people's lives depend on it.
they need it.
But veterans' health is should be top
Should be a top
priority
priority
because
it should be a top priority.
some of those health issues and things that they're getting treated for were caused by their sacrifice for their country. I'd like to think that there's people within the government, there's people within power that know the ins, the outs, the laws, the Constitution, the policies, the everything that would do all they can when it gets to certain aspects of civil benefits and things like that, veterans affairs and all that, to put a stop to anything that would have any hard effects. I mean,
in a
you would
perfect
hope.
world,
I mean, that's the reason that you elect these people to represent you.
it's supposed to be. It should be.
And and you can't have one person that has an ideal that it's that way or the highway. It has to be, that's why we have a government. It's not just a king.
Right.
That's a king says the law, that's the law.
And that's the law. Shouldn't
It
be
has
like
to
that.
be, like, hey, what best represents the constituents of each district, zone, demographic, whatever, right? And things are up for vote. This is what they want. So you can't say no. I know you want it. I know you voted for it, but no.
It's not in the best interest of the people. But I don't think they're fighting in the best interest of the people anymore. It just doesn't seem that way.
Unfortunately, it feels like they're fighting for the wealth of their own.
Right.
Period.
Because like the certain, and there's always topics that come up for discussion: education, healthcare, Social Security. Like it's the same immigration.
Yeah.
It's the same social services that should be bipartisan initiatives. Like they should be bipartisan concerns. But for some reason, they're at odds in. One side feels that they're necessary. One side feels that they're not. It's like if you ask me across the board, like everybody works, for the majority, everybody in this country works for at least 40 years of their life. And they don't deserve anything from that.
Right.
They don't deserve anything for contributing to the system for 40 years.
Right.
That they've paid their taxes, they've paid into
a
their Social
voluntary
Security.
tax system that if you don't voluntarily do so, you'll be arrested.
There will be repercussions. That's not voluntary.
Right.
If you tell me that's like the mafia telling me it's voluntary for you to pay me these protection fees.
Or you can sleep with the fishes.
Sleep with the fishes.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't tell me it's voluntary when you can lock me up for not participating.
100%.
You can take my property because I didn't participate.
You can take your freedom.
Yeah, that's not voluntary.
That's not voluntary.
It's not voluntary.
So
just go ahead and eliminate that from your vocabulary and just call a spade a spade. Like stop giving us this double talk bullshit. Just be straight. If you don't want to take care of the American people, then fucking just say that.
Yeah.
If you want to have,
If you only want to make things so that the rich people can become richer and become wealthier,
yeah,
have more stuff, then just say that that's what we want to do.
you have the elite class, and then you have the peasants. Like that's this gap that we have between the rich and the poor. Like that's what it's leading to. The middle class is getting squeezed out every day because it's not. You're a lot of people are one paycheck away from being poor.
Yeah. And the crazy part is that like what we're speaking on right now is not an unpopular like view on things. It's not an unpopular opinion to think that, hey, wealthy people getting wealthier and us getting poorer, this is bad. The only people who are saying that it's not bad are the wealthy.
Right.
The wealthy people, the ones buying their way through elections and using their wealth to interfere with other countries' elections and using their wealth to intervene and influence across the globe.
Yeah.
That's not right. It's not right.
Billionaires have always had an influence in government, but they've had the influence behind the scenes. It was behind closed doors.
Right.
It was meetings that we weren't privy to, and now they're just outright in your face about it.
Yep.
I mean, for the incoming president to literally be like, "Hey, if you got $1 billion, come talk to me. I'll let you do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
We'll fast track everything.
We don't need regulations.
Fuck your regulations.
We don't need environmental this or that. We'll just pass it through.
Money talks.
Just give me money.
If you got money, we'll both get rich off of this. We'll do it off the backs of the working class and the economy."
And right after he said
the
that, you saw
ecosystem.
all the big corporations and the single off billionaires and millionaires all sit there and go, "Hey, sure."
Right.
They start coughing up cheese.
And it's unfortunate because a lot of times people say money is the root of all evil, which is a misquote because it's the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
It's not actual money that's the root of all evil.
Yeah.
It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. And it's unfortunate because to me it seems like the people who actually want to help aren't interested in money. But in order to help, you need money.
Yeah.
And the people that want money, all they're interested in money and they're not interested in helping.
When you have $400+ billion
It's unnecessary.
and you're not sitting there going, "Oh, California is burning. Let me use my wealth that I'll earn back within mere days to go towards helping
Yeah, like
families and people." Like that dude could literally give each of those families $1 million and it wouldn't even
wouldn't even have an impact on his.
that's like me and you having a change purse.
That's like just the interest alone off of having that much wealth can be used to help in so many ways.
100%.
You don't even have to touch your wealth to do that.
Yeah.
Just the interest that you get from that. If you're earning 5% of 400 billion,
That's what I'm saying.
that's a lot of fucking money.
They can just go. He could just go through. He could literally give every family that lost a home, that's in the middle and lower class. He could say, "Here's $1 million to go buy another house, get resettled in," and he could easily.
Yeah, but that's not what people are interested in. People are interested in self.
If he does
Which is
that,
cool.
that's not him making money. That's him spending. He
That's
doesn't
him
want to do that.
spending it.